Good morning. I'm doing good. Yes, sir. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, for sure. Um, I've met with quite a few teams. I want to keep that confidential out of the respect to them. But I can assure you I've met with quite a few teams. Yes, sir.
What's it like playing in Coach Parker's defense?
100%. Coach Parker genuinely is one of the most influential people in my life. And I feel like as a defensive coordinator, I might be biased, but I don't think there's many better in the nation. I mean, you can look at our track record, what we do year in and year out in the Big Ten, but also where we rank nationally. I think there's like I saw a little thing like over the last 4 years where I think we're number one in a lot of categories that are important to defense. So.
So with your coverage quality, you're ranked one of the better like zone coverage linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Like with advanced analytics, what makes you so good? Is it your film study? Is it just your play recognition? What kind of goes with you playing with your back to the ball all day?
I would say it's a little bit of both. Definitely, film study is going to be the most important thing, but then also just like understanding like general concepts. Like once you start understanding concepts, there's offensive coordinators are super creative nowadays, but at the same time, they can only do so much. And usually, like a good rule of thumb in zone coverage is something's going out, something's going to come back in. And as a linebacker, for me, I'm always playing top down. We'll give an offense a 5-yard, a 4-yard little out route, but I'm going to take away that 12-yard dig because a lot of offenses like to get greedy and take shots, and then that's how we get off the field. And we're trying to our defensive philosophy is just play big zone coverages, make do a 15-play drive, chew off as much clock as you want, and make a field goal. So.
So going with that, back to the interception that you made against Ohio State, take me a little bit through that play if you could. Kind of when you saw how you maneuvered into the right part of the field, maybe what you took from that pass.
100%. They came out in a slow Y formation, what we call it at Iowa. And for me, I got a little bit too nosy. I should have definitely had a better read on that, but I came out of it and I saw the back going to the flat, and I'm like, something's got to be coming back in. And I know they know we're in quarters, and they're going to put stress on me and try to hit us with a deep dig on the backside. I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye, but I opened my zone, getting my hips to the field, and I feel like that ultimately allowed me to go be able to make that play. But at the same time, that's my coaching staff and my teammates just continuing to push me to be better and never settling for anything but my best. So. For me, the best way I think I can impress teams is just being me. I mean, it sounds simple, but like never changing, just always being genuine to who I am. And for me, like I'm seeing everything as an opportunity this week. Like this is an opportunity. Walking down the hallway is an opportunity. Going to bed's an opportunity. Just like being able to have that mindset day in and day out. I feel like that's what's kind of going to set me apart. And just showing my genuine passion for the game. I feel like ultimately, like those couple things, they're simple, but a lot of people, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not going to say a lot of people don't have them because I don't know a lot of people, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of rare. So.
Jack, the linebacker position has changed.
Yes, sir.
And teams are trying to get linebackers off the field.
Yeah.
Right. Do you take on being able to rush the passer, stop the run?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, linebackers, you got to be amphibious and do a lot of different things. You got to know the front, but you got to know how to play in the back end and coverage. And I feel like for me, I definitely need to continue to improve on rushing the passer. That's just a huge area that I see that I could continue to grow in. But at the same time, like linebacker, it's just such a fun position because again, you get to experience so many different things. One play is never like the last. You get it. For me, I like to be able to kind of be in control a little bit and make sure everyone's lined up. But it's just the way it tests you mentally is, I mean, you can go out there and you can like mess up a play really bad and feel that sting and that pain from that play, but then also go out there and make a hell of a play. And just the feeling from that. So like kind of the ups and downs and just the emotional like roller coaster. Like I'm always going to stay steady, but like I feel like that's what kind of draws me to the position. So.
Did you say amphibious?
Yes, sir.
In what context?
When I think of amphibious, I think of a frog. You can go in the water and you can go in the land. As a linebacker, you got to play the run. You got to take on blocks. You got to be able to use your hands. You got to be violent back there. But then I also got to drop back into coverage. And like I'm just gonna use this guy as an example. I'm gonna like Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna have to have Tyreek Hill in the slot. So I'm gonna be able to have to take on 330-pound guys and defeat them, and then go tackle. Let's think of a back. I got to go tackle Nick Chubb. And then the next play, I'm going to line up, and I'm going to have to go cover Tyreek Hill. So that's like kind of the context that I was thinking with that. I mean, at the NFL, you're going to have guys with that much talent week in and week out. So, do I have a favorite player? Someone that I guess I always looked up to before like all my high school games. I'd watch Chad Greenway. Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, like in Iowa, you just do everything because there's like honestly not much to do. But like just being able to compete year in and year round is like something that I feel like is invaluable to a lot of people. And a lot of people don't realize that because a lot of kids nowadays kind of one sport, like focus on that. But you only have your season to be able to like kind of, I wouldn't say develop your competitive edge, but like going throughout the year and being able to compete, I don't really feel like you can simulate that. And then also like all the little things you pick up, like basketball, like helps with like footwork, in my opinion. Track, like with your sprinting and running mechanics. So just like, and then also like the most important thing is just hanging out with your buddies.
What was your best event in track?
My best event in track? Well, I was terrible at track, but I ran the 200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Baseball? Were you good baseball?
I played baseball till freshman year. I'm a huge St. Louis Cardinal fan though.
You know, the 40, I'm sure you want to do well. It's
Yeah.
important. But if you're going to succeed in the NFL, it's not going to be because you're 45. It's going to be because your play recognition, you play fast, you see it, you're short area. What do you think about the traits that are going to allow you to succeed at linebacker?
I feel like non-negotiables at linebackers is your eyes and your feet. Like it just starts right there, and it's just base, simple stuff. And again, a lot of people kind of overlook it and feel like take it. I feel like take it to a new level, which I don't think you have to take it to. I feel like you got to stick true to yourself, stick true to the fundamentals, and then the mental aspect. The mental aspect at the linebacker position is the most important part to be able to go out there and perform at the highest level week in and week out. And I feel like coming from the University of Iowa, coming from a program led by Kirk Ferentz, in the way we approach things, like I feel like I've already come from a pro level system, and how we operate there as an organization. I think that's just going to help me translate my game to the next level. So. Again, like I've met with quite a few teams, but I'll just do out of respect. I'm gonna keep all that confidential. But I've met with a good amount of teams. Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, like winning the Campbell Trophy, it was just again accumulation of doing a lot of small things the right way over a long period of time. Consistency will always overcome any talent, and I feel like. For me, I was always not like the best, I'm not the smartest dude in the room, like academically wise, but somehow I ended up with that award, and just what a prestigious award, and the legacy Mr. Campbell has left, not only to this game, but also to the business world and all those, like in Silicon Valley. He had a huge influence out there, and to be able to win an award with that name on it, and just the kind of man he was, I'm very humbled and very blessed. So. Yes, sir. Yeah, enterprise leadership, it's just a general entrepreneurial degree. It teaches you how to start up and run and operate your own small business, and I hope someday to get into that sector, and I feel like that's something that kind of sparked interest and I enjoyed learning about. So I feel like in school, if you can find something you're passionate about, I feel like it's going to take you a long way. So, do I watch Shark Tank? Yeah. I ain't got no ideas to go on there, though. Yes, yes sir. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Yeah, I mean, me and Ike have a really good relationship. He's one of those guys that has always been a great mentor to me. He grew up like right down the street from me, and like I've known him for a long, long time, and just all the stories he tells from like the Bills. Again, it'd be a great organization to go to. All 32 teams would be a great organization to go to. But at the same time, kind of going there if I do go there, just to know a face in there. And then AJ, again, just one of the most talented guys that one of the most talented pass rushers I've ever played with. And you've kind of seen that in the last few years on how his game's progressed. But again, like whatever team I go to, I'm going to be super blessed. But again, like if I do end up there, I'm going to see some familiar faces. So. I would say just for me is just always finding ways to improve. I feel like the best players and the best business people are always finding ways to improve and are never satisfied in anything they do. So I would say that.
So I spent time at the University of Iowa
Okay.
under Coach Bray in the strength and conditioning
Yes, sir.
back in 2019. So I
Okay.
just missed you.
I got you.
What was it like having, that emphasis and the way the emphasis that you guys pushing each other every single day, just being a part of that,
Yeah.
and, like being Hawkeyes?
Yeah, coming from the University of Iowa, it's a huge developmental program, and anyone who's around the program knows that. We get 2-star guys from the Iowa cornfields, and then we turn them into like national award winners, year in and year out. So I would just say it definitely starts in the weight room because like they get all these guys that come in at like for me, like an example is like Brandon Sheriff. I'm pretty sure he played like quarterback and tight end in high school, and then when he left, he's like 320 pounds and that Outland award winner. So just like guys like that. I mean, Sky, like we bring in these guys in this program, and then how they leave, it's remarkable. They come in as young men, they leave as like very mature men. So I mean, I'm so proud to be an Iowa Hawkeye. So.